welcome back to another polygel nail design set. I absolutely love these beauties. Like, they just were super cute. Plus, I got this little butterfly effect in the middle, which I wasn't going for that, but it worked out so perfectly. Like, they were just very, very pretty. So let's go ahead and get into the set. Now let me tell y'all something. I'm already off to a bad start. I had recorded this and then realized that my mic was dead, and so now I'm going through this whole thing again. So forgive me if I start stumbling over stuff, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put that foam on the nail, tighten it to the finger. If you have a problem with your foams popping off the fingers, wipe your fingers with some alcohol. That will wipe the or wash your hands. That will remove the oils from the skin, allowing the foam to stick better. Now, this peel off base coat, I don't even really know if it's a peel off. It's advertised as a peel off, but I really struggle trying to get these nails off when I use this one. So if you're looking for a peel off base coat that that will your nails will last a longer time, they won't just pop off very easy. This would definitely be the brand to go with. Again, I struggle getting these off. I'll be having to mix water and oil to get them off versus just the water. But that would be the that would be the peel off to go with. My trusty brush. This brush been rocking with me for a year. Love, love, love that brush. Definitely recommend it. Okay, so the polygel we're starting out with for the nail bed. This is from Agile Beauty. It is the color Rustic. I love this particular shade of nude or brown. I just think it's perfect for my dark skin tone. Like, it complements my skin very well. Now, I do think that for this set, this shade was a little too dark up against the orange, yellow, and pink. But this is one of my favorite nude shades from them. Love, love, love it. I just think it goes so great with on me for my skin tone. I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. Again, I already did this. So, all right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that polygel on that nail. Take my time, work around that cuticle area, and then begin to push that polygel over to the side. Now, initially, I was just trying to do that little heart thing. You know how they do the make a heart, one big heart out of two nails. That is what I was going for, but I wound up getting a little butterfly. You guys will be able to see it again a little later. But all I did was just like pushed it over, gave that a quick cure. Now, this is Easy Gel from Pink Mask. It is the color Mulan. It looks like, it reminds me like champagne because it have a really fine glitter in it. Now, when it comes to the consistency of this reminds me of Agile Beauty Polygel. I feel like they have like the same supplier because it don't run, it's not sticky, it's very easy to use. I definitely, definitely would recommend it. Only thing about this is some of the colors don't come in smaller tubes. For instance, this particular shade here, it was only sold in 60 milliliter tubes, and I wish it was more of like a 30 milliliter. But that's the only reason I don't kind of recommend them a whole lot because you kind of gotta get what you can get with them. But when it comes down to using it, it's very nice and easy to use. So definitely recommend it. All right, so I just took that, kind of wrapped it up around that brown or wrapped it around the rustic color. And then once I push it, I take my brush and just push like two little dibbies in there or dents, I don't know, whatever the word. I just kind of pushed it in a little bit. Did that on all the nails. Oh, let me show you something. I squeeze my tube from the bottom. So I take my tube, squeeze it from the bottom, and push the polygel up here one more time from the bottom and push it up. So, because someone was telling me how their tubes always burst open, and I used to struggle with that problem in the beginning. But if I squeeze the tube from the back where the seam is, this pushes that air bubble out to the front or pushes that air bubble to the opening. Usually when your tube bursts open, it's because you're squeezing it from the top of the tube and the air bubble is being pushed back towards the seam. So, hope that makes sense. So, if your tube still pop open, squeeze it from the bottom of the tube where the seam is, and not from the top of the tube where the hole is. All right, I just took those three colors. The yellow Agile Beauty, which is a glow in the dark one, and then the pink and the orange is from Morvan. Put them on there. Take my tweezers and just kind of mix right where the two colors meet at. This I usually do like a full color block where each color get a quick cure. I didn't want to do that this time. I didn't want to do marble, but I didn't want to do full color block. So I just put those three colors on there, kind of blended them together, did a little mix there, and then take my brush, push it in the sides in two areas, and then gave that a cure. I don't know what happened to the little clip of that champagne color there, but you can see I just added a little bit, then gave that a cure. And I guess this is where that whole butterfly look kind of came in at once I put that little champagne color on it. Because again, I was just trying to do the little hearts, but this had a mind of its own. All right, just doing the same thing I had did the first time. Put that polygel on there, give it a little mix, and then pull it down. While that's doing that, let me say a thank you guys. Thank you so much for taking this time out to watch my videos. I truly love it and appreciate you guys for that. And I love y'all comments. I really do. I like to interact with you guys. So don't be afraid to leave me a comment. Again, I like to engage. I like to engage with you guys. So thank you. And if you haven't yet, if you have a Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, please go over and give me a follow or a subscribe or a like, whatever the word is for that platform. Go on the other ones and just find me under Miss Brittany Nails and show me some love and support there. Also, I appreciate you guys for that. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into the little video. After I did all of that, I'm just kind of pushing it, just trying to go back into the design that I was going for. Well, I don't want to say going for because I was going for hearts, but just getting back into the design. All right, then we're going to finish this nail up with the rustic color. Um, Now, none of the polygels I used on this set, none of them was sticky. Like they all was really easy to work with. I think that's why I kind of got through this set fairly easy. Some of my sets take longer than others, but this one I did kind of get through that very quick. But I'm just gonna finish that nail off with that new color. I can't scope anything other than a square, so I square it off at the end. Let's remove the forms. They are, of course, sticky underneath, which was expected. I knew they was going to be really sticky because they didn't get nowhere near as much cure time as any of my other sets. So I'm just going to pat all those colors back into place. And then after patting every color back where it needs to go, then I'll swipe the nail just to make sure everything is smooth and even. Gave that a cure. Here are the nails. You can see that little butterfly look. Once I took them foams off and did that, I was like, oh, look at the little butterfly. It's so cute. But okay, so I already went and filed, and then I realized I didn't like the new color or rustic color at the end, and I also wanted them to be a little longer. So I'm going to go back in and add polygel. So I'm just going to take my form just as I would if I didn't have a nail on there, apply it to that finger. What I was trying to really do or make sure I did not have a gap in between the form and the nail. So I really had to kind of angle and move those forms around just to make sure there was no space in between the two. And then I'm going to go in with those three polygels again. So if you need to ever go back and add more polygel, let's say if you have a low spot or you want to add length or whatever, and you already filed, wash your hands and then or wipe it off with the alcohol, your choice, and then go ahead and add that polygel. You don't have to add base coat. You don't have to add clear or a layer of anything. Uncured polygel will stick to cured polygel. So gel will stick to gel regardless if it's cured or not. So just go right back in with it. Add the three little colors, squared it off, trying to keep my shape because I already did the bulk of the filing at this point, and so I didn't want to have to really go in and do a lot with the shaping other than a little cleanup here and there. Remove the form. The underside was a little tacky, and so what I was doing here was I wanted to make sure that that polygel was touching that brown or rusty color. I wanted to make sure it was connected. That way that little extended piece did not pop off. Wipe off that sticky layer with some alcohol, the top and the underside. And then here are the nails. I needed to go and do a little filing, but not a whole lot. Okay, so I'm going to take this file, which is a 100/180 grit, and I'm just pretty much doing surface filing at this point. So I'm going to start with around that cuticle, make sure it's nice and flush on both sides, going around. And then I like to start on one side and work my way down that nail with that file. Just focusing on this one side and then going down the nail, making sure that file is touching that whole side. And then as you can see in a second, you can see that one side have scratch marks and the other side don't. So do the same thing on the other side of the nail, going down the side. So if your nails have like dips or low spots and stuff, go in with your hand file, make sure that nail is fully scratched up. As you can see now, the sides have it, but down the center, the file have not touched that nail. So I'm going to take that file and keep filing. File, file, file until the whole nail is chalky. If not, you're going to have low spots, dips, high spots, and when you go to top coat, it still will show. So make sure you file that whole nail. That little area, put a little scratch there, which was the beginning of my apex. But here's the nails. Now, at this point, I do a good once over, check them out really well because I'm looking for that line of light. As you can see here, I'm about to freeze it. You can see that white line. That is my line of light. I want to make sure that that line is as straight as I can get it, except for at the beginning of the apex, it will be a little wonky, but just making sure that line is straight. That is how you would know that your nail is even on the surface. Okay, so these little charms, of course, I got them from AliExpress. I think I got like, I believe it was 5 in the pack for like $1.80 or something like that. I wouldn't buy them again. I just didn't get, if it was like 10 in a pack, maybe, but just for the 5, I wasn't too happy about that outcome. But anyway, going in with some top coat, a generous amount, but not too much. I want to make sure the top coat is covering the whole nail. I want to make sure the top coat is nice and even. Oh, here's a tip too, and wipe off the extra. After I finish filing and I wash my hands, I allow my nails to air dry because if I wipe them off with a towel or my paper towels, I will get little fuzzies in my top coat. And here, all these years later, I'm just like starting to realize that. So, air dry your hands, don't wipe them off, and that will prevent some of those fuzzies that be all in your top coat. Add my little charms, give that a cure. I did give that a 30-second cure. Okay, I left the thumb in because I still get asked often, why is the thumb so short compared to the other fingers? So I use my thumb the most for my everyday activities. When it comes down to texting, playing my Nintendo Switch, opening cans, opening packages, scratching my head, folding socks, whatever the chore or task may be, I reach for my thumb. I do it with my thumb. And so I keep this thumb short so I'm able to do those chores without the struggle of having a long nail. All right, I'm not a big fan of cuticle oil. This cuticle oil is from Burano. It came in a kit I got a long time ago, so I use it every now and then. Just put it on there, clean up some of that ashiness. I'm black, so my ashiness will like really show. But go ahead and I wipe it off for the most part. I don't like my hands to be that shiny looking. I don't like my nails to be that shiny looking. So I put it on there and then wipe it off. But here are the nails. A better view, you will be able to see a better view soon. But here they are. There is that little butterfly, and I just think they came out really cute. But of course, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I truly love and appreciate you guys. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and push the little notification bell. But you guys know I say it all the time. Thank you, love you, appreciate you. Please leave me comments, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.